Hey everybody, I'm Clover, and today I am playing some Final Fantasy IV, or as it says on the screen, Final Fantasy II. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but let's get into it. One of the things I loved about this game is the music. It's just incredible. And the characters are awesome too. You're about to meet Cecil. And let's see if I can come up with some good voices for people.
Captain Cecil, we are about to arrive.
Good.
Why are we robbing crystals from innocent people?
That's our duty. Do we really have to keep doing this? It's a very diverse crew.
Give us the crystal of water.
What have we done? The crystal or your life.
Never!
Then take the crystal by force.
Wah!
If you guys haven't realized already, there's going to be a lot of reading.
No, don't! Dare to defy us? Ah!
Poor old guy. Alright, take the crystal. He saves only himself, and everybody else was sacrificed.
You should have said it earlier.
And Cecil grabs the crystal of Mysidia. Why is the King of Baron doing this? Why do you pursue the crystal so eagerly? Cecil. Aw, poor Cecil. He's so troubled by his own actions.
We take pride in being members of the Red Wings. Looting is out of the question.
Stop it!
Captain!
We can't stand doing this anymore. Listen. Possessing all the crystals is an essential factor for our prosperity. Moreover, His Majesty judged that Mysidians know too much about the secret of the crystal. We are the Red Wings, the Air Force of the Kingdom Baron. The royal command is absolute.
Captain?
No, I don't think it was questioning him. That was...
Captain! Monsters!
Take up fighting positions. Firebomb! I don't know if you can actually get... Well, I'm sure you can get firebombs, but they're not very common in the game, if I remember correctly.
Ouch!
You okay? More coming! Watch out! I wish this was most of the game where you could just take things out with one hit. By the way, I'm not controlling any of this. This just automatically happens. Everyone okay?
Yes, sir!
But there are too many monsters these days.
Too many. Agreed.
What's happening? We are over Baron! Make a landing. So yeah, the story of this game is pretty exciting. There will be a lot of reading, so if you're not into that, well, sorry. I wonder where they landed. Bacon.
Oh, Cecil. Is it the crystal of water?
But Mysidians were so helpless.
What are you trying to say? This way, Cecil.
Some of you may know Bagan. Well, you'll see what happens to him later. This game is beautiful.
Please wait here.
I think I changed his voice.
Your Majesty, I'm afraid Cecil has developed quite a rebellious air.
Truly? Well done, Bagan. We must do something. Call him in.
Yes, Your Majesty. Cecil, His Majesty summons you. Please come in.
We thank you for successfully completing the mission. Now, where is it?
Here, my liege. Handed over the crystal.
Real crystal.
Good! Cecil, you may leave now.
Your Majesty.
What?
What is it?
We do not understand the meaning of taking crystals away from honest people.
Disobeying me?
No, I don't.
We do know of your discontent, Cecil. If you cannot trust me, I can no longer place the Red Wings in your command.
I read good.
You are dismissed from your post.
Your Majesty.
Go and hunt the summoned monsters of the Misty Valley. And take this package to the Village Mist. I promise there's nothing bad in it. You may depart tomorrow morning.
But, no, what voice should Kane have? Your Majesty. Sure, I'll remember that. Cecil didn't.
If you're concerned about Cecil that much, go with him, Kane.
Your Majesty.
Now, leave with the package.
Receive the package. Your Majesty. And they push him away. Sorry, Kane. Don't worry. He'll put you back in command of the Red Wings after this mission. But, never mind. Go back to your room and take a rest. Walk in all directions using the control pad and talk to every person you meet using the A button. What are you talking about? You must be careful not to miss what they say. An unexpected person may give you information. Well, we're not gonna do too much of that. Anyway, here we are in the Kingdom of Baron. Our boy, Cecil just got reprimanded by the king, and he's being sent to, the Cave of the Mist, which they called the Misty Valley, I think? Oh, no, that's the Village of Mist. Anyway, they're being sent to, Village of Mist through the Cave of Mist, and they are going to be, yeah, we'll see what happens there. But here comes Rosa.
Cecil!
Not gonna remember any of these voices, by the way.
You're not hurt? I was so anxious.
We are not hurt. How could we be? The wizards didn't even raise their hands.
Cecil! Can I see you later?
Ooh. Yeah. Later. Aw. I like her little paws. Well, one of the very stressful things about this game is how slow it is. Oh my gosh, how many people are going to meet?
Hey, Cecil!
That's my Sid voice. Even though I think he's like 60 years old.
Hey! How's my airship doing? What's wrong? What? Who's gonna command the Red Wings then? I'm not sure what the king is thinking. He ordered me to make an airship, but I don't want it to be used as a weapon.
Well, technically they haven't used it as a weapon. They just used it to fly somewhere and then fight and whatever.
Well, I gotta go home. I have been working all night. My daughter is worried sick about me.
Okay, see you later, Sid. So right now we're going up to Cecil's bedroom. You're gonna see me check a lot of pots. I don't have a very good memory of where things are.
I've changed the sheets, leaving early tomorrow morning, sir. Good night.
Alright, and Cecil's gonna take a nap. And, yeah, we'll see what happens. Here comes one of the prettiest songs in the game. What happened to His Majesty? The Crystal of Mysidia. Did we really have to snatch it from the peace-loving people? Never again, even if ordered. Dang, Cecil.
Cecil!
I think that was her voice.
What's wrong? You're not quite yourself lately.
Nothing.
Then, please don't look away.
Ah, these two are so in love. In Mysidia, we had to rob from the innocent people.
Oh dear.
I am just a dark knight with no courage to disobey His Majesty.
The real Cecil would never whimper like this. I always take too long times to do my line. You are going to miss tomorrow, right? If anything should happen to you, ...
There's a lot of ellipses in this game. Don't worry, Kane is coming too. My best friend. It's late. Go back to your room.
Take care.
Aw, Rosa. Thanks, Rosa. Still, I am just a dark knight.
La 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 la.
Okay, here we go. All right, setting out on their journey.
Let's go, Cecil! Outside the castle is the city of Baron. Let's gather information and equipment in the city.
Alright. Now, I think this is one of the more memorable things in the game where there's actually like a title card when they leave the city. I remember that being really cool when I was a kid. This was the first RPG I had really seen, so... yeah, this was my first RPG, my first Final Fantasy. So I have a deep, abiding passion for it. There's the beautiful picture of the castle. Thus, the Dark Knight Cecil was expelled from his command as a captain of the Red Wings, and he and Dragoon Kane left Baron for the village, Mist, in a valley enclosed in deep fog. Don't remember moving this slow. Airships had been a dream of many people. After the realization of the dream came greed and ambition.
Through its fleet of airships, Baron became the most powerful nation. But why is Baron seeking the crystals? Why do the monsters keep increasing?
Seems like a weird word choice.
The crystal was shedding its light silently.
I remember loving that line when I was a kid. Alright, here we go. Finally getting into it. Let's make a quick save so we don't have to do all that again. Okay. And let's head into the town of Baron. So there's a lot of stuff you can pick up in Baron. A lot of pots and a lot of extra treasures that you could find in the city. I might be not remembering everything. One of the kind of like really sad, annoying things is that there's 2 locked doors in the city, and one of them is the weapons and armor shop. How fun. So I can't get any new armor. But let's head up into the waterway. And there's some treasures down here that we can get. I've been playing a lot of 10. I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy Free Enterprise, Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise lately. Ooh, another 10. And you have they added a dash functionality in that, and it makes playing the game a lot easier. But you know, this is how it was in the old days. So yeah. When you get into the town of Baron, you should check out all these things. I can't remember what's over here normally. There's a little secret passage through the trees, and there's a couple of things to get here. There's a heal. Boop. Okay, I always forget where things are, so I'm gonna go back and forth a little bit and try and make sure I get everything. Okay. So that's going pretty well. Life, nice. Getting some healing and a heal. Sweet. So we're heading back into town. So that's, I believe, all the treasures you can get. There are some other fun places, some other fun things to do in the town. Like there's you meet your first dancer here in town, and the dancers are interesting here. We'll let you see this.
Oh, the Dark Knight! Wanna see something?
Yeah.
Woo! Woo!
You know, for somebody who's supposed to be in love, Cecil certainly does seem to be transfixed on this dancing woman. Well, anyway. So, moving around the town, there's a lot of other stuff that you can find and do. These shops, which are like that have the vase on top, these are the item shops. I don't think we need anything right now. We have 3 cure ones, 2 heals, and a life. Maybe another life would be useful. I don't anticipate dying, but maybe I will. So we'll get that. Check the pots. It's always a good idea to check a pot. The other locked door in Baron is this one over here, and this is this will come up later in the game as well. The the weapons and armor shop. Up here you have Sid's house, and there's his daughter. Hi. Oops, sorry. What did you say?
More all-night work. He still feels young. Townfolk speak ill of the soldiers and the king. My father often quarrels with them for that.
And there's Sid, getting some rest after working all night.
Zzz. It's the new engine. Zzz.
He's so excited. Another little fun thing, though they could have done a little more with this, I think, is whenever you touch a fire, ouch! Sorry if you hear a little noise in the background. Going through town. Alright, I think this is about it. There are some places that you could go if you're new to the game, but I mean, in all honesty, I think these are the least useful things that have ever been included in any of the Final Fantasy games, or they have these training rooms for people who have never played a Final Fantasy, but I guess it's needed. So, all right, so we are all set here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna head to the Cave of Mist, and yeah, let's head outside. I'm gonna save up again. You're gonna see me over-saving. It's a habit from my childhood. So one other fun thing is the chocobos. So we can get a chocobo that'll bring us to the Cave of Mist. In all honesty, you should probably try and grind through some of the fights over here, but you know, whatever, not needed. Hopefully, I don't die. We will see. All right, so heading in, and here's the Cave of Mist. For those of you unfamiliar with Final Fantasy, it's a game of random encounters, especially Final Fantasy IV, which is this one. A little background on Final Fantasy IV. I'm sure all of you know this, but Final Fantasy IV was released in the US as Final Fantasy II because we did not receive Final Fantasy II or III. So we received Final Fantasy I on the NES, and that was released here as Final Fantasy. And then the next one we received was Final Fantasy IV, which is this one. And because of that, go back. Who is it? Because of that, the distributors here thought it would be a good idea to just call it Final Fantasy II, because I guess they never thought we would get the other two. Seems very short-sighted, but who am I to judge? So this is notoriously one of the easier Final Fantasies. Even though I love it so much, it is a pretty easy game to go through. And it's not difficult to pick up. I personally think if you want to introduce somebody to the Final Fantasy franchise, you can introduce them to this game, because this game is like pretty easy to play. It's not terribly difficult, and it's not going to turn a lot of people off. So it's easy to kind of get into. So there are different attacks that our characters have. Kain is a dragoon, so he has fighting and jumping, and of course he has item. Cecil in this game only has fight right now as a Dark Knight. That's going to change a little bit later. But another notorious thing about this game is that the American port of this game is significantly different than the Japanese port of this game. This game, a lot of the characters are missing certain moves, like Cecil in the Japanese version of Final Fantasy IV had a move called Darkness, which was basically an area attack that would, spread damage across all of the enemies you were fighting. And for whatever reason, they thought that was too complicated for American audiences who were not super familiar with RPGs. So they decided to leave it out, which seems like a very weird choice to me, but oh well. Alright. Going through these battles pretty easily. Like I said, this is a pretty easy game. As we get more characters and as things continue to happen in the story, we'll adjust our strategy a little bit. Especially we're going to be probably lower level, because I'm not going to spend any time grinding. So here we are at the end of the Cave of Mist, and the mysterious voice that's been calling out to us as we've gone through says, "One's from Baron.
Who are you?
Return now, and I will not harm you."
Show up!
Seems like a great translation.
Do you still wish to go on?
Well, we have to, otherwise we don't have a game. Okay.
We must deliver this package to the Village of Mist. Then I must. The mist is gathering.
Oh, I think that was just a stage direction. Okay, here is the Mist Dragon, and we'll learn a little bit who this actually is. But she has 2 phases. She has this phase, which is her dragon form, and then she has a secondary phase, which she'll probably be turning into soon. It always throws me off how long it takes for her to change into this other secondary form. Well, anyway, just gonna try and pummel her with as much damage as possible. And here we go. She turned into Mist. So when she turns into Mist, you can attack her. You have to figure out a way to get her out of her Mist form, and the way you do that is by having Kane jump and land on her, and then she will... Come on. Well, let's try it again. Usually it works on the first time, but usually what you do is you have Kane jump, he lands, and then she comes out of her form and does a counterattack. Maybe it's going to have me... Okay. Well, I'm probably remembering this wrong in that case, but so if that's the case, then you just have to wait for her to turn back into her dragon form. You don't need Kane to jump, I guess. But if you do attack her when she's in her Mist form, then, or you do a physical attack, a fight attack, then she'll do a pretty powerful magic spell called Deep Freeze? I forget what it's called. Anyway, we beat her. And we got 200 gold pieces, $200. All right, and we got some good experience, and Cecil gained a little. Okay, nice. Well, I guess that's that. No reason to worry why that happened. This is a kind of a weird thing that the game does, and I'll talk about it a little bit more after the next section. So I'm going to go in here, save, and then we will head into the Village of Mist, which is right here. Okay. And we're heading into the Village of Mist, and wait, what? What's happening? Package opened automatically. Well, we haven't seen those characters yet, but those are bombs. And as it turns out, we're nuking the village. Oh my gosh, how did we let this happen? The king just sent us on this mission to destroy a village? How could we do that? I'm so upset at us.
What?
We brought this package to
Burn the village?
That's right.
Why?
Mommy! Mommy!
Who's that? My mom's dragon fell, so my mom did too.
I've heard of the people with the power to summon monsters. They're callers.
We defeated the dragon, so her mother is gone also? You've beaten my mother's dragon!
We didn't mean to do this to your mother.
His Majesty wanted us to wipe out the callers of this village and used us to do it.
Incredible.
I'm afraid we must do away with her too.
Kane, she's just a kid.
You dare renounce your loyalty to His Majesty?
Forget it. Never again will I follow such an order.
Well, Cecil, I know you'd say so. I won't let you do it alone.
Aw, Kane. Kane!
I owe His Majesty much. Still, I cannot disgrace the dragoons.
You're gonna meet a lot of dragoons in this game.
Then you will. But Baron is the mightiest country in the world.
They're having a really long conversation.
It's impossible for us to challenge his might alone. We must gather other countries. And we must rescue Rosa. Thank you, Kane. Not for your sake.
Great.
Let's get out of here fast. What about that girl? We can't leave her here alone.
Listen, it's dangerous here. Come with us, okay?
No!
Let's take her away.
No! Go away!
Wait, please!
Go away! I hate you! I hate you all!
I'm trying to imitate the Final Fantasy IV DS version as much as I can. I like that they just get into this fight with this girl and are starting to, like, beat her up. Anyway, yes, she's a summoner, and she summons Titan, because she has that ability, right? Anyway, so one of my favorite version of this game, and I've played many versions of this game, is the DS version. That might not be a popular opinion, I don't know, but the DS game is really good, and the voice acting is incredible. The cutscenes are incredible. It really brings a lot of life to these characters, and I love it.
Oh, she is all right. Kane! Kane? Kane! I can't stay here any longer. I have to escape from Baron with this girl.
So Cecil abducts the child. Okay. And here we are on the other side of the Village of Mist. And we're going to head to the next town, Kaipo, which is a desert town. And we're going to probably get into a couple of encounters on the way. And Cecil's going to have to fight all those encounters on his own, which is not great, but whatever. One of the benefits of this being an easier game, I think they actually changed the stats on the enemies for the American release as well. So they are a little bit easier than some of the Japanese characters. I've never played the Japanese game. That might be a fun thing to do in the future, but we will see. We will see what happens. Okay, and we're gonna finish off this sand moth. And we have won. Yeah, the music in this game is so beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna save before I go in, because I save everywhere. You're gonna get very tired of the screen. Okay, and we're heading in, and here we go.
She must rest.
And he's gonna take her into the inn.
Welcome! Oh, take her to the room. Hurry up. Money? Nah, that's okay. Go ahead. My business model's really great. I'm just thinking about how...
Oh, poor inn owner in Kaipo.
You okay? I haven't heard your name yet.
Girl.
I know I've done an awful thing. I can't ask for your forgiveness. But at least let me protect you. Please.
I like the idea that they sigh every time there's an ellipsis. Aw, she's looking at him. She's sizing him up. Uh-oh, what's happening? Who are these guys?
I finally found you, Cecil. Oh! Wait! His Majesty decided that the Callers of Mist are too dangerous to be left alive. What? Hand her over! No!
Okay, so this is an interesting little fight where all of these three soldiers, the one I just killed, and the 2 others are controlled by the officer. So whenever the officer says attack, the soldiers will attack Cecil. But if you kill them all off, the officer is a little coward boy, and he will retreat. But in the meantime, let's try and knock him out too. See if we can do it. Aw, he retreats. Little coward captain. Okay, and I won some experience points, and yeah. Okay, she's okay. Good.
Did I get you in trouble? I'm sorry.
It's for me to apologize. Well, I know you can't forgive me, but...
But you protected me. I'm Rydia.
Caller Rydia joined! That was quick. Alright, so we got a caller in our party. Awesome. We're all set to go. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna call it here. Thanks so much for joining, and I hope you guys had some fun with this. We're gonna keep going with Final Fantasy IV Vanilla, as I'm calling it, because this is the original port of the game that we got in the US. So, yeah, come check out the next episode whenever that's up. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll speak with you later. Bye. Hey everybody, welcome back. I am Clover, and I'm continuing on this adventure that we have set out upon on Final Fantasy IV. So I just got Rydia. We're in the town of Kaipo. I just defeated the general or the officer, whatever he was called, and the 3 soldiers that he was with. And now we have a new party member. Oh, I made a mistake. I should have saved some of Kane's equipment. Hopefully I'll remember to do that in the future, but it's not super necessary. But yeah, right now we got Rydia, and we've got Cecil, and Rydia is a magic user. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to change where she is, and I'm going to put her in a back row, so she'll hopefully take a little less damage. I don't know if as a Dragoon, Cecil, or as a Dark Knight, Cecil, whether or not he actually protects people, but I think he might. He certainly does as a paladin, which you'll see as the game goes on. Anyway, we have one important scene. Ether 1, very nice. We have one important scene that happens, and that is right here.
Rosa!
Cecil! Don't leave me, Cecil!
Poor Rosa. Anyway, we'll talk to this guy.
We need Sand Ruby to cure the fever, but it is in the lair of the monster called Antlion.
Okay, so basically what we have to do is we have to find a specific ruby to cure Rosa of her sickness, and we will get to that very soon. But important things first. Rydia is equipped with some garbage equipment. One thing I like to do is I like to switch her over to a bow and arrow. Long term, she's a magic user, and she uses also whips, but we don't have any whips for her yet. I think that only happens later in the game. You'll see some important stuff happens, but let's sort this to even everything out, and then equip Rydia with her bow and arrow. She's right-handed, so you equip the arrows on the right hand, and you equip the bow on the left hand. You actually, I think you get different stats if you equip them on the opposite hand. Like if you equip the arrows on the left hand, then I think they'll be a little bit lower. Maybe I'm wrong on that. But anyway, Yes, so make sure you equip the right equipment on the right hands, and you should be good. You could also choose not to have her use a short bow. Instead, use a rod, but whatever. Let's also see if there's any equipment to get for her or Cecil, and maybe if we don't have enough money, we could do a little grinding to get that stuff. But I think we should actually be okay. So, cap, cloth, leather, and iron ring. Now, if I remember correctly, one of the characters we're about to meet doesn't have a cap or an iron ring, so we'll buy one of those. And then I think we have life, we have cures. Okay, that should be enough, and we have enough tents. Now, one of the annoying things is that Rydia is very low level, so she's very low level and she has very low HP. So she's going to really take a lot of damage when we get into fights, and that'll be a struggle for us. But basically what we're doing now is we are trying to go to the Ant Lion's lair, which we'll have to go through on a little adventure to get to. And meet some new people, meet some new friends. It'll be a great time for all. Rydia is very slow, and she misses a lot. But, as time goes on, she'll get a lot better. Especially when she starts learning new magics and things like that. She could be a real powerhouse, especially later in the game. Maybe I'm giving a little too much away on what happens with Rydia. But as we continue playing, you're gonna see that she gains a lot of levels pretty quickly. She's gonna really get hurt. I think in this case the best strategy is to run from back attacks. Some people may disagree with me on that, but the fact of the matter is, she doesn't have any white magic. The fact of the matter is that she's going to take a lot of damage, and the amount of effort it would take for us to change form with just 2 characters, and then to take on the rest of those enemies, I don't think it's worth it. Anyway, we're at our first cave, and I believe this is called Waterway? Watery Pass South. Okay. So this is the next dungeon in the game. And I'm going to get these chests. I really wish they had the dash functionality for this game. That would be really cool. I'm sure there is like something that you can do to get dash functionality, but whatever. Not going to bother. Oh man, this guy's rough. Gonna try and divide my my damage a little bit here so we can see and do that exactly right, but that's fine. So yeah, we're gonna keep trying to take these guys out. So yeah, Final Fantasy IV was one of the games that I played the most as a kid. As I said earlier, I think in the last episode, it was the first RPG I was ever introduced to, and because of that, I love it. I love this game. It's a great game. But yeah, I mean, I think they really messed up with delivering this game to the US and sort of. Basically, we should have gotten all the Final Fantasies. We should have had to wait for 20 years to be able to get them. But can't turn back time, can we? Alright, so we're going to continue heading through the Watery Pass. Ooh, who's that? Who's that old fella? Another tent? They really do give you a lot of tents.
What? You wield the dark sword? Help me, I beg you.
What?
A wicked bard tricked my daughter into running away to Damkin, and I sense evil in the direction of Damkin.
Sure, Tella.
You must be the sage Tella.
So Cecil knows who Tella is, but Tella doesn't know who Cecil is. Okay.
I am Tella. I am going to Damkin to get my daughter who eloped. But a huge monster is blocking the way. My magic is not strong enough to defeat it. You and your dark sword might help. And this girl is a caller? She is quite gifted, I sense.
She is gifted. We are also on our way to Damkin.
Good. Let us work together to get to Damkin. Let's hurry.
Huzzah. Alright, so Tella is another magic user primarily. And he is... it's so weird that they always put them in the top slot. But he's another magic user, so I'm going to want to put him in the back row also. Because he's also very weak. And yes, I was luckily very right. Tella doesn't have anything for his head or his arms, so it's good that we grab those. Alright, now 2 cool things in this cave are basically is, you know, the thing I'll show you right now. There are some secret areas, and I can't remember whether I knew about these when I was a kid or not, but you know, there are some really cool things in this cave. So Tella, I'm gonna actually start using some magic with. I could probably start doing that with Rydia also, but I'm just worried about MP expenditure. Even though I don't think it'll be too bad in the long run. Water bugs are always really difficult to take out. I'm not going to use any more magic on this one just to be able to kill it, but hopefully that'll do it. Nope. Yeah. Water bugs have a lot of HP, and that's art imitating life. Because water bugs in real life have a lot of HP. Anyway, we defeated the water bug, and Rydia gained a level. Sweet! Gonna keep going. I'm gonna grab this chest over here, even though I could probably do that on the way back. There's an iron ring, so I didn't need to buy one. But I did. Okay, let's do some magic damage with Rydia. So yeah, at the beginning of the game, they're you know, the magic users are very limited in terms of what they can do. Magically because of their limited MP. So generally I try to preserve it as much as possible. But you know, there's enough spots here in the cave where we'll be able to save. And yeah, it shouldn't be too difficult. Alright, let's take him out, Cecil. No. He might run away. The water bugs are also monsters that retreat quite often, so you know, you don't have a... Sometimes they'll just run away in the middle of battle, which is unfortunate because you want the extra XP. Anyway, Rydia gained a level, and she learned Lit 1, which will be perfect. A lot of the monsters are water-based. Especially we're going to get into some fights with toads. Here's a little secret. Well, that didn't work as well as planned. But yes, there is a secret room behind this waterfall. And we'll be able to get some good extra items from here. Good job, Tella. And I got an extra cure 1. Sweet. Okay. Collect these extra treasure chests. Nice, an elixir. This early in the game is a little weird. And 1,000 GP. That will go a long way. Alright. I always wondered how they came up with the sound for the attack animation. Like, how did somebody pitch that idea? All right, I need something that sounds like 13 records scratching at the same time, played very quickly. I'm sure there was a lot more to it. Almost. Yeah, like I said, these water bugs have a lot of HP. And come on. Sorry about that. I am back. And we won that battle. So yeah, Rydia has a very low accuracy rate. I don't know if it's Rydia or if it's just the weapons that we have equipped on her, but she misses a lot. So it'll be exciting when she finally gets those whips, because that usually resolves the accuracy issues. Running into a rock. Okay. And we got another Cure 1. I am glad that, I don't know if it's a specific seed issue, but the encounter rate seems relatively low here. Alright, these guys are a bit of a pain because they cast Toad on you. And Toad turns you into a toad. And, you know, it could be a little bit difficult to try and get back from that, but hopefully we will be able to take him out relatively quick. Okay, so this will knock that one out, and one more. I do think you get some Maiden's Kisses here, which allows you to heal, or, you know, recover from the Toad effect. But yeah, it could be pretty annoying if like one of your heavy physical hitters or heavy magic users gets turned into a Toad. Okay, Rydia doesn't have any MP left, so we will just have her attack, and Tella takes him out in one hit. It's funny, Tella's like a very weak character, and ultimately in the long run he's not very effective because he's so weak. But yeah, in this beginning section he's really worthwhile, in my opinion. That'll especially kind of come true when we fight the boss of this cave. Okay. And continuing to head through the cave. I always hated when I was a kid. I would get super nervous about being able to get to places before I got attacked by enemies. And that was like a prime example of it, where, you know, I was about to head into a safe area and I was just not able to make it. Well, here we are in a save area. Tella,
let's take a rest here. A special field will protect us from monsters. You can use our tent or cabin and even save. Let's rest now and be prepared for the coming battle in my tent.
Oh, thank you, Tella. I was gonna say he's being awful generous about our equipment, calling it our tent. Anyway.
Fast asleep. She must have been very tired. You said she was
a caller of mist.
She seems very gifted as a magic user. With proper training, she would be able to wield the magic she would be able to use the magic other than the calling monsters.
That was a little fun.
How sweet, just like Anna's childhood.
Anna is your
only daughter. She ran away to Damkin with a bard because I did not consent to their marriage.
Should have just said okay, Tella.
What do you want to go to Damkin for?
My friend is suffering from a terrible fever in Kaipo,
so you need the sand ruby. So you too are in a hurry.
What is the monster of this cavern?
It's a horrifying monster with 8 huge tentacles. We must defeat it first and save Anna and your friend.
Wait, we must... What gives you the impression that you need to defeat them? Oh, okay, he's talking about the guy over here. Okay. Never mind. Alright. I was gonna try and give a little dig to the Final Fantasy IV writers, but I guess they were fine. Okay, continuing to head through the cave. Aw, man. Another example of being right at the edge of something and not being able to get it because I got encountered. Yeah, Tella. I wonder if the water bug often does the remedy attack. Nice, Rydia. The water bug often does the remedy attack, which you see later in the game allows characters to heal themselves. I wonder if there was... Ooh, an ice rod. I'm going to equip that on Tella. I wonder if there was something in... actually, instead of doing that, let's equip it on Rydia, because she has less MP. And then when she runs out of MP, we can just use the ice rod instead. Even though it's not going to be super effective here because it's primarily water monsters. Anyway, I wonder if the remedy code just got messed up for the water bug because it tries to do remedy, which normally heals enemy monsters or enemy characters, like it just did right there, and it doesn't happen whenever it does it. Maybe it's one of those things that play testers, when it came to the American version, they were like, "Oh, this makes it too difficult that it's constantly healing itself." I don't know. We should ask the creators of the American Final Fantasy IV adaptation. But yeah, this game is one of the Final Fantasies that's had a lot of releases. It's interesting because, I mean, I know there's division among the Final Fantasy fan bases about which is the best one and, you know, which ones people like the most. But this one I don't think gets a lot of love and appreciation. I also feel the same way about Final Fantasy VIII. But yeah, it's interesting that you know, it's interesting that that, you know, this game had so many releases, even though it wasn't notoriously one of the favorite games. Well, look at me just messing up this battle, babbling too much and not getting these guys. Alright, thank you. Okay. And we'll take that heal. And we'll keep going. And we will get these treasure chests. Okay. Take this guy out. Let's do a lit one with you. Can't wait till they start learning some real magic. We'll be able to get some real damage going here. Well, that wasn't too bad. Alright. So yeah, I have a lot of visceral memories of this game from when I was a kid. My brother got it for our Super Nintendo. It's actually the card I still own. And he was playing it a lot, you know, when it was first released, and you know, me and my siblings played it a lot too. It was a really fun thing that brought us together a lot. And I'm sure it caused many arguments about who got to play and all that jazz. But yeah, it's a very fun game. I love the story. It really is the game that got me into gaming. Maybe if I hadn't been introduced to it, I would have had a different interest. But no, I mean, this game's a wonderful game. I don't care what anybody says about how easy it is. Okay, and we are just finishing these guys up. Come on. Ugh. Yes, these take a long time to take out, but hopefully it won't be too bad. Nice. Okay, good job, Cecil. Okay. I got a lot of cures. Maybe I should... Ugh. I'm gonna just run away, especially this. I'm not gonna keep doing this, especially if I make a mistake. Alright. Okay. This is one of the things that's kind of cool about this cave is all the hidden stuff that they have lying around the cave. It's just like there's so much to find. There's so many hidden pathways. So these little guys in the back are really annoying. They will... Oh, psych. That's terrible. Okay, well, these guys are really annoying. They're tiny mages, and they do psych on any magic users, and they're not weak to any magic. So generally, I think probably best bet is to take them out as quickly as possible. I might have to use an ether at some point. And they also cast hold if you attack them and don't kill them. So let's take care of this first. Hopefully I don't screw the pooch on this one. Okay. Come on. Come on, tiny mage. Ugh. And at this point, there is no point in waiting around. I'm just gonna run. She's out of MP. He's low on MP. Alright, let's use some of this monstrous amount of heals that I got. Probably didn't need that for Tella. Okay, and then I'm gonna use an Ether 1 on Rydia. It's not gonna be super useful, because she's not super strong, but whatever. Okay, Cure 1, nice. And then, there's a big deal over here, this one that we're about to get. Right over here is the leather cap. So we're gonna put that on Rydia because she's the lowest HP, and that'll bring her up just a tiny bit. Ooh, actually, let me show you this now. So on the equipment screen, you can see there's these 3 numbers on the left. 886. The one up top is the attack power. The next one down is the physical defense, and the one down here is the magic defense. I know that might be obvious to some people, but you know, there's a lot of different modifiers and stuff in Final Fantasy, so you know, could be people wondering what those numbers might mean. All right, this brings back a very vivid memory from my childhood of seeing my brother play this through, because it's like I thought the area was so beautiful, especially with all the stuff you could see down in the cavern. That was really cool. I like that the fights get more complicated as the level goes on, and you have to start fighting more and more people. It can get a little annoying, especially if you're doing it over and over and over again, depending on the encounter rate. But, yeah. So I think my strategy here is going to be to just knock them out as quickly as possible, one by one, and then we'll go on to the other one, because this does take a lot of time. The good old 10. Yep, that's right, water bug, run away. And we got him. Nice. Alright. It's good to earn up the XP in this cave, even though, you know, you're never at much threat in this game. There are some really difficult fights, especially Golbez, who we'll learn a little bit about Golbez soon. But Golbez in the underground is really difficult. I'm sure some of you will agree with me. Now these alligator enemies are a little bit annoying because they do 2 attacks, so they can attack 2 of your guys sequentially. And apparently they're not weak to lightning. Great. Wish I had known that before doing lightning. Okay, I'll just swing away at him with physical attacks, I guess. And it could do a lot of damage in a very short amount of time with those double attacks, but we got him. All right, nice. Yeah, I thought that, especially down there in the valley, there's just beautiful 16-bit art. It's just gorgeous. And we got the Darkness Sword. So that's the first basically level up to Cecil's sword. So that jumped up his attack points by 10. So hopefully that'll really allow him to lay on some damage.
We can't go out from here. We can go out from here, sorry. The monster is the monster is in the cave beyond there. We should camp it and regain our strength out there.
Okay, thank you, Tella. All tutorial Tella. Okay, Sandmans, these guys are generally pretty easy, so I'm just gonna try and physically attack them. I mean, I guess I could try and... Oh, ow. 128, I guess they're weak to ice. Really did a good job. So when I get back into the second part of the cave, I'm probably going to take some slower fights, and I'm probably going to run a lot more, because we're coming up on a boss fight, and I don't want to have Tella or Rydia use too much MP. So Tents regain a significant portion of health and MP for your characters. I think this is the first time we're using it in the game. But yeah, it becomes less useful as the game goes on, and the thing you really want to use is the cabin. Cabins are really useful.
It's down there!
Alright, and here we are in the second part of the underwater cave. Like I said, I'm gonna run from a lot of these fights because I don't want to have to use Tella and Rydia's MP too much, and it's not really that far that we have to go. We're getting, those are some pretty ooh, darkness gloves. Those are some pretty strong enemies, so they would really take a lot of damage from us, and we don't want to have to kind of waste time with that. And darkness hat. Ah, yes, I will be getting a full collection of darkness armor, which is pretty sweet. Maybe I don't get a shield, I can't remember, but yep, here we go. Coming up. Alright, and into the second area. So this is the second area is where we'll fight the boss. I'm definitely not doing this. Okay. The second area is where we will fight the boss, and we're almost out of the cave, which is pretty cool. I don't want to fight you. Stop. Darkness armor and ether one. Yeah, I wonder if that was intentional for them not to put the darkness shield in the cave, or maybe I'm just missing it. That is a very real possibility. Anyway, here is the boss of the cave.
He's coming!
It is Octomam. All right. So Octomam is a real damage dealer, and you've really got to be kind of mindful about how to approach it. Like opening up, you could start with Lit 1 from Rydia. I'm gonna try and slow him down a little bit with Tella. who doesn't have slowly yet, so never mind. We'll just do lit 1. I think maybe I never know the optimal routes for these battles, or like the completely optimal routes for these battles. There are some bosses who are susceptible to things like stop, which can be very useful, but I don't know who they are, and I don't want to have to, keep trying to do it on every single boss. The important piece of information about Octomam, I don't know if this is the case in this port, but in Final Fantasy IV DS, Tel will mention mid-battle that as you do more damage to Octomam, he'll get higher defense and his physical attacks will become stronger. And I do think that is the case. So, you'll see more possibility for criticals from Octomam, and hopefully that doesn't ruin our run here, but I don't think it will. So we're just pummeling him with lit 1 and attacks from Cecil, who's really doing a lot of damage with this new sword. Rydia dealing her, not great damage, but it's okay. No, Rydia! I might try and heal Rydia up in a second.
Good job! He's slowing down!
Great, thank you. Thank you for the information, Tella. Okay. Yeah, it's very weird. Rydia's damage seems to be variable here, and I don't know why. Like, sometimes she's doing a lot of damage, and other times she's not. I'm just glad he's not, like, swinging away at her, because she can really go down very quickly sometimes, and, that can be a real pain. Nice.
Now we can go to Dampkin from behind this waterfall. It leads to the exit.
Alright, well, we have just finished here. We've finished the Watery Pass, so yeah, I think I'll call it here. Thanks guys so much for joining. I'm really having a lot of fun doing this, so yeah, I hope you'll join for the next video. We will see you guys later. Bye! Hey everybody, this is Clover, and we are back playing Final Fantasy IV. Alright, so we just went through the Watery Pass, and we are now on the Dampkin side of the Watery Pass. And oh no! The Red Wings! You could tell, because they're red. Well, that was easy. Oh no! Let me save. Probably not necessary, but whatever. Alright, so we're gonna head into Dampkin. And, ooh, actually this is a very important part that I always forget about. So we are gonna remove everything from Tella, because we might not have Tella that much longer. It's not a super important thing to do, because, like, you're gonna get better and better equipment. But, the important thing is that you try and use this to make as much money as possible. So I always unequip the characters before they leave, and hopefully that will get us a little extra cash.
That is Anna! Anna!
That's how we learned how to say it.
Anna! You're the bard who did this to her.
Eh?
That's the exclamation point question mark. All right, Tella's going at Bard. I wonder what Bard's name is. Oh, Tella can only punch, and he misses every time he punches. Aww.
Please listen.
Yeah. Nope, miss. You spoony Bard! There you go, folks. That's your meme right there. Please!
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Shut up.
Listen!
That is going to be my voice for Bard, by the way.
Yeah. Shut your mouth.
Look at Tella trying to be all yangy.
Please stop!
Is Anna alive? Are you alright?
Father, Edward is the Prince of Damkin. He was disguised as a bard when he came to see me in Kaipo. Forgive me, Father, for running away, but I love Edward. We thought of asking for your consent, but we're about to leave. Gobez attacked us with Baron's Red Wings.
Who is that man?
I don't know.
Golbez. Introducing Golbez.
But why?
He took our crystal of fire, and Anna shielded me from the arrows.
Those were arrows? They looked like bombs.
You loved him that much?
Father, forgive me, I love Edward. Anna!
Anna!
Aw, poor Tella.
Who is Golbez?
I heard he's gathering crystals using Baron's Red Wings.
Stop crying. Your tears won't bring back Anna. Wait for me, Golbez. I'm coming to avenge my daughter. You can't go alone. I don't need any help. This is my own affair.
I like the punch sound. Tella left. Aw. Alright, well.
Anna.
Is he playing his harp? I can't see his harp.
Cry, baby. You're a man. You're not a you are a grown-up.
You're not a grown.
You are not the only one who has lost loved ones.
Rydia.
Yeah, can you imagine if you just, like, lost the love of your life and then some person's yelling at you about being upset about it? That would be very sad.
You may be right. I'm just a coward, but I don't care. I'm staying here with Anna.
Edward is a coward. He hides half the time. Man, everybody's punching everybody.
You're not the only one who is sad, Edward. Besides, Anna won't be happy if you do that. We really need your help. Please come with us.
My help?
I am Cecil. I am looking for the Sand Ruby to help my friend who is ill in Kaipo. And I need your help.
I help you?
Yes, we'll also work on your language skills.
She seems to be an important person. You shouldn't lose your loved one. The sand ruby is made from the antlion when it lays its eggs in the cave. The cave is in the east, but we must go across shallows to get there. There's a hovercraft in Damkin we can use. We can also go to Kaipo through the shallows.
Awesome.
Let's hurry.
Prince Edward joined as a bard. All right, and one of the cool scenes from Final Fantasy IV. Oh, wait.
Goodbye, Anna?
Wow, is she a Jedi? And here we go, our hovercraft. I wonder where they put the hovercraft. Was it under the sand? Seems a little bit weird. Anyway, so 2 important things in Damkin. If you go up to where we met Edward and Anna, you will find a healing pot and an MP restore pot, and we can save ourselves a tent by using those. Doop, 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 doop. There's 2 people who didn't die. They're right there. I guess there's something to be happy about. Let's see what they say. You can go to Kaipo along the shallows with the hovercraft. Great. And the road to Fabul through Mount Hobbs is being blocked by a thick ice. Great. I wonder who's going to be able to learn fire and get us through that section. And okay, here's the MP recovered. Sweet. So we have Rydia all geared up. Now, the cooler thing that you can find in Damkin is a bunch of hidden treasure. Ooh, hidden treasure. Okay, you have to go 1 step outside of the castle and then over to the right. Woo! It's like we're breaking all the rules. We're not even within the boundaries of the castle. Okay, we go to their little storehouse, and then this guy dies.
I lost my sight. Are you my allies? Keep the treasures inside away from enemies.
He's very trusting. I guess it's because he's dying. And you open that little switch, and then head inside. Awesome! Okay. Get some ruby ring. That'll be important later. A leather hat, and a crossbow. Nice. Let's... I think... Ooh, he can equip he can equip a crossbow, but you know what? Even though the issue with Edward is that he's like super weak, and he's like the worst character in the game. So we start with some of like the weakest people in the entire game, and Edward is especially weak. But his what's it called? His harp will put enemies to sleep, which will be useful for us if it does actually have the effect that we want it to have. Ruby rings will come into play a little bit later. We'll show you more of that then. But in the meantime, I think we're all good. So let's head to the Antlion's Den. Okay. Let's hop on the hovercraft and let's go. Not a very far trip, but I am glad we have the hovercraft so we can travel across those shallows. Alright, let's save up and head inside. So, one of the unfortunate things about Edward, and maybe... So, Edward has a ranged attack, so I guess we could put him in the back, and that shouldn't affect us too much. But one of the unfortunate things is that if he gets hit too much and his HP goes too low, he will run, not run away, but he'll hide. He'll use a special skill called Hide, and that will remove him from battle. But he also has Sing, which I guess puts people to sleep or something. It's funny that I commented before about all the things that are missing, all the character abilities that are missing from Final Fantasy IV in the new in the US port, and then I don't even use most of the character abilities that are given to us. Anyway, so pretty good fight there. One of the I mean, these are some pretty basic enemies here. One of the benefits of this cave is that you do run into some basilisks, and basilisks are weak to ice, so it's good that we got that ice rod for Rydia earlier in the Watery Pass. I wonder why this cave is red. Like, what makes it red and the other caves brown? I mean, granted, I guess when we get to Cave Magnus, it'll be like, what makes that green? It's different types of rock. They really thought about this game quite a bit. Okay, and finishing off these imps. Yeah, the sound effects are so memorable in this game, and I wonder how they did they did it. You know, like how they decided, oh, I want this to be the sound effect for this. It'd be really cool to hear how they went through that. So these the creams are a pudding type enemy, and the pudding type enemies are only weak to magic. So if you hit them, you'll only do like 1 damage. So that's why I ran, because I'm not gonna waste my time trying to fight those. Alright, he's really swinging at Edward over there. Okay, good. She took him out quick. Like I said, a lot of the bigger enemies in this cave are weak to ice, so we got that happening for us. Cecil gains a level. I don't know how it's supposed to be pronounced. The DS remake pronounces it Cecil. It pronounces it Cecil. I always called him Cecil when I was a kid, because I was a kid. And I pronounced things how I wanted to pronounce them. You're gonna find that a lot in this game, that I'm pronouncing things that you're not happy with the way I pronounce them. Because, yeah, no reason to be bothered by that. Alright, we got 210 GP. Okay, gonna swing at these imps and this turtle. This is a really well-structured game. Ooh, wow, that was a bad hit. I'm surprised Edward didn't run. Maybe I have to request that he runs. Can't remember. No, he just did it by himself. Good job, Edward.
Protect me!
Yeah, we will, Edward. Okay, let's heal up Edward a little bit. Maybe we can use one of these 13 potions. Yeah, I wonder why they made a lot of decisions in this game, like Cure 1, Cure 2, when it's in your, well, I guess it's when it's in your inventory, and when you have the magic spells. There's no space between Cure and 1 and 2. I mean, it's not a big deal. And we got a new harp for Edward. It's not a big deal, but it's just, I wonder why they decided to do it that way. So Dreamer harp will put enemies to sleep. The Charm harp will charm enemies. So that is the business. All right, we're gonna get into another fight. Okay, this is gonna be a little bit tougher. I'm gonna try and work this out the best way I can. All right, so you're gonna do that on the turtle. The basilisk, I think, is also weak to ice, but I can't really remember. Okay, that one should be done. Nice. And then let's try and see if we could get you with that. Can Edward do it? No, but he can charm him, which is good enough for us. So charm will cause him, the turtle, to attack his comrades if I'm not able to finish quick enough. Or himself. Poor turtle. Okay. And the Weeper's done. Nice. Alright. So you see that that we can't basically use the strategy that we were using at the beginning of the game, where we just basically attack. You can when it's the easier monsters, but for some of those more complicated fights, you really got to think about how to do it. I say as I run away from a complicated fight. Okay, up. Alright. Yeah, okay, I guess that's fine. Let's try and charm him. Let's take that guy out. Yeah, I guess I could have done that better. I could have attacked the turtle instead of the basilisk. Well, that didn't go as well as I thought. Never mind. So, aww. He petrified himself. So, the basilisks aren't weak to ice, apparently. Which is unfortunate. But, oh well. This one should be done right now. Goodbye. Okay. Edward's getting a little bit low on HP, so I'll use another cure, even though I'm about to go tent and save. Yeah, the real misfortune about Edward is that he's kind of he goes down very easily, and he doesn't do a lot of damage, so he's really not super useful. Which stinks, but whatever. Okay, I'm gonna fight you. Aw, you missed. The graphics in this game are just... It really is some beautiful stuff. I mean, I know it's not super complicated, but, like... Even though the character model for the Basilisk is going to get reused like 1,000 times, it doesn't matter. I think it looks so cool. Alright. Oh, I'm getting a lot of stuff in drops. Man. Almost made my life a little more complicated. The other thing that I think they could have done better in the game is removing the notification every time you get to a save point that says, here's a special field that blah blah blah. What, we're gonna forget? If we use it once, we're gonna continue using it. So stop telling us. Alright, so I am all healed up, and I am going to head to the antlion. So here we go. Hopefully I'm able to do this. I don't have a lot of doubt in my heart. Okay. Not too bad. Oh, wow. Nice one-hit kill from Cecil. And Turtle's gonna go down very quickly. Got him. I like that it's like, they're using like folklore medicine right now to wake Rosa up. That she has to go to the antlion cave, we have to go to the antlion cave and get this like magical crystal that'll wake her up. How often do you think people get the desert fever? And if so, does everybody have to hunt down an antlion to go save their family? I think it's a fair question. Alright, so we are heading into the antlion. Ugh, so many random encounters. I will strike first, Weeping Willow, or whatever your name is. Okay. Let's do that to you. So yeah, I think the complex relationships with Tella and Edward are pretty interesting, because I don't think that it happened a lot in video games at this time. Like, I mean, there's only so much story and so much plot and so much character you can introduce in, like, you know, like a side-scroller or like a Super Mario game or something like that. So this was the first time where I really saw, like, characters fleshed out and identified as people. I'm gonna heal up just to make sure that we're in good stats for the antlion fight. Okay, good. And hopefully I don't get attacked, but okay, good.
This is the antlion, lair of the antlion. That's what it is. Oh no! Oh! Worrying that antlion is tame, I will take the sand ruby.
Guess again!
No!
Let's go, Rydia.
I love how like cool Cecil sounds there.
Let's go, yeah!
Alright. Time to fight the antlion. Antlion can be a little bit complex because of its counters. So, I mean... Oh, this actually might be a good time to show off Rydia's summon. She is a summoner, so she can do a Chocobo Call. But he does these counterattacks when his eyes are white. I don't know if that's only in... I think that actually might only be in the DS remake, but he counters basically every physical attack you send his way, so you gotta kind of keep an eye out on character health. I think I'm gonna have. I think I'm gonna have Rydia throw a cure on Edward now. Yeah, it did nothing. Antlion. Yeah, you wanna attack me? I guess I could have done cure all, but whatever. So let's get Edward healed up. And he counters. I'm gonna also heal up Rydia next. But we'll have her, in the meantime, call a Chocobo. Yeesh. That might not have been a good choice. Okay, Edward, you're not doing too much damage, so why don't you throw... Ooh, I'm going to give her a cure, too, even though she might not need it. I also don't know the amount of... wow, that was a lot. I don't know the amount of health that specific items regenerate. But look at that, 140. This fight does take a long time. Kind of surprising. Why don't you cure yourself? In the DS remake, I think Edward does a cool move where basically he can take items and apply them across different characters, which ends up like really being helpful, especially in these early fights, because he'll be able to basically help. He'll be able to act as the healer. And we won! 800 GP. Nice. Okay. So we got the Antlion, found the Sand Ruby. Okay, and... Aw, Edward.
He can't be. Why did Antlion attack us?
I like that he acts like he's coming to the cave on the weekend and spending time with the Antlion. The Antlion, his friend.
We see monsters increasing every day. Tame creatures are getting aggressive day by day. It must be a portent of some kind.
Let's go cure Rosa.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, like you forgot. Oh, yeah. Now, I'm pretty sure she doesn't have it. Yeah, that sucks. Okay, so, one of the more useful, spells, in the game is Exit. And I might be also crossing some of the randomizer stuff I've been doing. But Exit allows you to basically just exit from a dungeon. So it comes in real handy. Oh no, we're surprised. Yeesh. They don't hit too hard, so we're okay. But I think I'm just going to swing away at one of them and see if we can really... Oh, nice. Didn't take as long as I expected. But yeah, I mean, even the Weeper is a character model that gets reused a couple of times in this game, and it's such a gorgeous, picture. I wish I was better at 16-bit art. That'd be a lot of fun. All right, heading out of the cave. Are any of you guys good at 16-bit art? Do you like to build your own character models for SNES games? I certainly do, but I'm not very good at it. Okay, Sandworm. Sandworm. I can't remember if they're like really difficult. They might be. Oh, he's charmed though. So we're in good shape. I like that you could, if you look into like his mouth hole, you can see there's like a suction tube. It looks like the top, the end of a vacuum tube, which it makes it look a lot like the Zone Eaters from Final Fantasy VI. Maybe I'll play that someday. So in terms of my favorite Final Fantasies, it's between either Final Fantasy VI or Final Fantasy IV. Both games mean a lot to me, and I owned both when I was a kid, so I have a lot of good memories with them. And I play Final Fantasy VI every couple of years. Same thing with Final Fantasy IV. So, all right, we took the Imp Captain out. I like the implication there that the imps have their own like social structure. That they're like You're a private and you're a captain. All right, so we are heading back to Kaipo on the hovercraft. One of the cool things about I don't know if I said this already, but one of the cool things about the Final Fantasy IV randomizer, the Final Fantasy Free Enterprise, I've been playing that a lot lately. And one of the cool things is that you can basically increase the speed of your hovercrafts and your characters. I know I mentioned that already, that the characters have a dash functionality in that. But you can also do the same with the hovercrafts and the ships. You can speed them up or slow them down, which is pretty cool. All right, Rosa, we are back at it, and Sand Ruby.
Used the Sand Ruby over Rosa.
Rosa, not now. Stop it.
Oh, Cecil.
Rosa.
I heard that you were lost since the earthquake at Mist, but I couldn't believe it.
I'm sorry. I worried you. By the way... I'm sorry. I worried you. By the way, Rosa, who's Golbez? Give us some info.
The king invited him to the Red Wings. The king is not the same as he used to be. It seems he is nothing more than Golbez's puppet to collect all the crystals. The crystals of water from Mysidia is already in his hands, but other crystals, the crystal of fire is in Damkian, air is in Fabul, and earth is in Troya. However you pronounce it, I don't know. I'm not a woman of the world. The earth crystal! The crystal of fire is already gone.
He is Edward, the Prince of Damkin, and this girl, Rydia of Mist.
You okay? Very, very appropriate, Rydia.
Yes, thank you. Damkin has already been attacked. Then the next target is Fabul. We must hurry.
Rosa, you must rest. We'll go to Fabul.
But we must get over Mount Hobbs to go to Fabul. The trail is blocked by thick ice.
I feel a plot point coming on.
Rosa, can you use the spell of fire? Oh, no, I can't.
You're a caller. Black magic should be easy for you, Rydia. Rosa, you must rest.
I'm all right, and I am a white wizard. I won't bother you.
Jeez.
Cecil, Rosa wants to be with you, don't you see?
Okay, Rosa, let's go together. But it's too late tonight. Rest and sleep for now.
Okay, Cecil.
Rosa joined. Sweet. So we got Rosa in our party, and this little event is gonna happen. So let's check out what happens here. That night. Who could it be? Oh, Edward. Such a lonely boy. He's so blue. Great guitarist. Harpist, whatever. Don't care. Oh, the music's so pretty in this game. And the design's so good.
I miss you, my dear Anna. No!
Where did this guy come from, and what is he? Alright, so this is a pretty easy attack, but it's a pretty easy fight, but this is a plot fight. So, you get to speak to your girlfriend.
Edward! Oh, Anna! Fight, Edward!
I think I'm making Edward and Anna's voices too similar. So pretty much you just have to swing away at this hag.
Believe in yourself.
No!
and be strong.
Well, I mean, telling Edward he should be strong is stupid. Arrgh. What happened in the universe that event occurred? Like, did somebody send the water hag to attack Edward? I don't know.
Anna! Edward, dear, I must go now. Anna! Don't go! Don't leave me alone! Edward, do not let Golbez have all the crystals. He can only have some. You loved me. Now give your love to all of your people.
All of my people are dead. Nice one, Anna.
I will, Anna. But what am I supposed to do now, Anna?
I gotta say, their comma use is pretty on point in this game. Alright. So, now that Edward has become a big boy, we can call it there. So, thanks guys for checking in with us and watching this episode. I had a lot of fun playing with you guys, so come check out the next one, and I will see you then. Bye!